Brock Lesnar's future in WWE after John Cena addressed the real reasons why Sami Zayn won the United States Championship. The WWE plays Chris Jericho's theme song outside the SmackDown venue in France. Uncle Howdy recruits a new member. The WWE has a major Cody Rhodes problem. Why WWE is not bringing back Liv Morgan for a special role. Roman Reigns reveals multiple WWE rules for banned words. Vince McMahon responds to his recent allegations. Vince McMahon angrily attacked Becky Lynch and Gorilla. Let's dive right in. The real reasons why Sami Zayn won the United States Championship. Sami Zayn etched his name in history on SmackDown in Lion, defeating Solo Sikoa in a gripping main event to claim the United States Championship for the first time. The Lion crowd, often hailed as one of WWE's all-time best, roared with joy as Zayn sealed the victory with two hell of a kicks, surprising many in the WWE universe. While a major title change without a long feud build-up is rare, here are real reasons why Zayn dethroned Sikoa to become the new champion. Number 1. To create a memorable moment for an electric crowd. SmackDown has struggled to captivate audiences lately, but the European tour, especially in Lion, has turned things around with wildly enthusiastic fans. John Cena noted last year's Backlash crowd in Lion as the greatest ever, and WWE wanted to reward them with a show-stealing moment. Having Sami Zayn, a beloved babyface, win his first United States Championship in a stellar main event was the perfect way to cap off a night in front of one of the year's hottest crowds. Number 2. To free Solo Sikoa for his feud with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, after enduring months of torment from Solo Sikoa and the MFT, teamed up with Jimmy Uso and Zayn to fight back. The storyline is building toward Fatu getting revenge on Sikoa, but with no plans to put the US title back on Fatu, Sikoa needed to drop the belt first. Zayn's win allowed that to happen without dragging out Sikoa's reign. The timing was right, as SmackDown's TV format suits Sikoa's in-ring style better than a PLE, delivering one of his best matches ever. This sets the stage for Fatu to confront Sikoa and move on to bigger things, assuming WWE has strong plans for the Samoan werewolf. Number 3. To guide SmackDown back to glory as champion. SmackDown has been lackluster, but Zayn's arrival and quick title win signal a turnaround. As a fan favorite and versatile performer, Zayn can elevate the mid-card by facing heels like Carmelo Hayes and Aleister Black, or even babyfaces like Andrade, Rey Fenix, Damian Priest, and Johnny Gargano in open challenges. His ability to craft engaging stories, cut compelling promos, and deliver in the ring makes him the perfect champion to rebuild SmackDown's direction and showcase its underused talent. Number 4. To build toward a Royal Rumble and world title run. Sami Zayn is a generational talent who's never won a world championship, despite his pivotal role in the Bloodline saga. His compelling history with stars like Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens sets him up for a major moment. A United States Championship run gives Zayn the chance to rack up big wins and establish himself as a top contender, paving the way for a potential Royal Rumble victory in Saudi Arabia and a world title win at WrestleMania. This title reign is a proving ground for Zayn to shine and tell even bigger stories as a future WWE or World Heavyweight Champion. The WWE plays Chris Jericho's theme song outside the SmackDown venue in France. Chris Jericho's future in wrestling remains a hot topic, and a surprising moment outside the LDLC arena in Lyon, France, has added fuel to the fire. Before this week's SmackDown, footage surfaced online showing Jericho's iconic WWE theme song playing outside the venue, stirring speculation about a potential return. With his AEW contract set to expire in December 2025, many in WWE reportedly believe Jericho's comeback is only a matter of time. The former AEW World Champion has even hinted at the possibility, saying he's open to all options and doesn't want to rule anything out. His liking of a social media post about returning to WWE further fanned the flames, though WWE Creative hasn't discussed bringing him back yet. Whether the theme song was a deliberate tease or a random occurrence, it's got fans talking about Jericho's next move. As his AEW contract nears its end, the wrestling world is left wondering if the Ocho will return to WWE or continue his journey elsewhere. Uncle Howdy recruits a new member. The Wyatt Six continue to cast a dark shadow over SmackDown, and tonight, Uncle Howdy made a chilling move to expand the faction. With Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy holding the WWE Tag Team Championships, the group has fended off all challengers, cementing their dominance. Now, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits are set to face them at Clash in Paris 2025, but a shocking twist unfolded on SmackDown. Uncle Howdy singled out Ford, offering him a spot in the Wyatt Six, and questioning his bond with Dawkins. But the blood running through your veins, does it run through his? Are you a real family? Because the Wyatt Six is. And when you come for us and fail, you're going to find out if he really is your brother, Howdy said. Ford, visibly torn, faces a tough choice as he and Dawkins gear up for their title shot. Despite recent setbacks, Ford has been vocal about his determination to refocus and make an impact, posting on social media after a standout performance at SummerSlam. A few losses, but life in the bank accounts really is sweet. 16 months before this past weekend's SummerSlam was the last time we were on a PLE, and last weekend we showed the world exactly what they have been missing. Work hard, stay focused, and forget the noise. Sweet. Now what's next? Ford wrote. With tensions rising and Howdy's cryptic offer hanging over him, it's unclear if Ford will stay loyal to Dawkins or be swayed by the Wyatt Six eerie allure at Clash in Paris. The WWE has a major Cody Rhodes problem. Cody Rhodes, the current WWE champion, is facing a growing crisis on SmackDown. After dethroning John Cena at SummerSlam 2025, the American Nightmares moment felt overshadowed by Cena's sudden babyface turn and Brock Lesnar's shocking return. Since then, Rhodes has been absent from WWE television for 3 weeks, written off after a brutal claymore from Drew McIntyre sent him crashing into the announce table. His real-life filming schedule for the Street Fighter movie in Australia, known for months, has kept him away, but the timing couldn't be worse for the new champion. Ideally, Rhodes should be defending his title against McIntyre at Clash in Paris 2025, but instead, Randy Orton stepped up, delivering an RKO to McIntyre on last week's SmackDown, hinting at a potential clash. This suggests Rhodes' hiatus may stretch longer, possibly missing a title defense at WrestlePalooza. A champion absent for over a month echoes the sparse appearances of Brock Lesnar and the final year of Roman Reigns' Universal title reign, a risky move for WWE. On this week's Raw, Reigns mentioned Rhodes, only for the crowd to boo, a worrying sign for the American Nightmare's popularity. Rhodes' first title reign had long gaps between defenses, and repeating that pattern could erode his fan base, much like his final days in AEW. While his support remains strong, waning crowd reactions could force Triple H to consider turning him heel, a role Rhodes excelled in with the Bullet Club. Though he'd make a compelling villain, it would be a shame to pivot from his role as WWE's top babyface. WWE must book Rhodes strongly upon his return, with feuds against McIntyre and Orton looming, or risk his reign spiraling into a full-blown disaster, much like the years it took Roman Reigns to embrace his heel turn. Why WWE is not bringing back Liv Morgan for a special role? Liv Morgan has been absent from WWE for an extended period due to injury, sparking speculation about her potential return. However, a recent Fightful Select report explains why WWE is unlikely to bring her back in a non-wrestling role. According to the report, when a superstar is injured, WWE freezes their contract during their time out of the ring to pause its duration. If Morgan were to return in a non-wrestling capacity, such as a manager or on-screen character, her contract would remain active, continuing to run down. This policy discourages WWE from using injured stars in non-wrestling roles, as it impacts their contract terms. Additionally, WWE prefers to save big returns for in-ring moments, capitalizing on the excitement of a superstar's comeback after an injury. Morgan's injury came at a tough time, cutting short a strong run and leaving the Judgment Day in a bind. Roxanne Perez, who was poised to feud with Morgan, has since stepped into her spot. Finn Balor pushed for Perez to join the faction, convincing the group despite Morgan's earlier objections to her inclusion. Perez has proven her worth, shining in matches and supporting the Judgment Day, effectively filling the void left by Morgan. While fans await Morgan's return, it seems WWE is holding off for a big in-ring moment rather than bringing her back in a different role. Roman Reigns reveals multiple WWE rules for banned words. Roman Reigns recently spilled some behind-the-scenes secrets on Stephanie McMahon's What's Your Story podcast, diving into his WWE journey and revealing strict rules about banned words in the company. During their chat, the OTC opened up about how old WWE had a list of forbidden terms to keep the product polished. That's old WWE. We can't say violence. They told me that before. No, we don't do that no more. It's violent as hell, Reigns said. Stephanie shared a humorous anecdote from her storyline with The Undertaker, where her character was nearly forced into a marriage. She wasn't allowed to say she was kidnapped due to the word being banned, so they used abducted instead. Yes, my character was not kidnapped. I was abducted, because there's a big difference, McMahon said. Reigns also revealed that the word hospital was off limits, with superstars instructed to say local medical facility instead. At the local medical facility, Reigns added. McMahon confirmed, yes, not a hospital. As Reigns prepares to face Bronson Reed, dubbed the tribal thief for stealing his shoes and hitting multiple tsunamis, at Clash in Paris 2025, the stakes are high. A loss could prolong their heated feud, while Reigns aims to reclaim his spot in the world title picture. Vince McMahon responds to his recent allegations. A shocking claim recently surfaced against Vince McMahon, tied to the late Ashley Massaro, who tragically passed away 6 years ago. Former WWE writer and comedian Dan St. Germain alleged that McMahon had an inappropriate encounter with Massaro on a plane in front of several WWE talents. The accusation, which came out of nowhere, painted a disturbing picture, but a Fightful Select report has debunked it. According to the report, no one contacted by the outlet had heard of or could confirm the story. It was also noted that St. Germain's brief stint in WWE WWE didn't overlap with Massaro's time in the company, suggesting the claim was likely fabricated or false. Massaro's ex-boyfriend, former WWE star Paul London, shared that she had told him McMahon made advances toward her, a claim she also made publicly. However, this doesn't corroborate St. Germain's specific story. While the allegation appears unfounded, it's a grim reminder of the challenges Massaro faced during her WWE tenure, which may have taken a heavy psychological toll. Her story highlights the darker side of WWE's history, even as the women's division has made strides in recent years. Vince McMahon angrily attacked Becky Lynch in Gorilla. Becky Lynch once faced the wrath of former WWE chairman Vince McMahon in the Gorilla position after a heated segment on the Raw following WrestleMania 35 in 2019. Fresh off her historic main event win against Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey to claim both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, Lynch clashed with Lacey Evans. During the segment, Evans hit Lynch with her finisher, the woman's right, at ringside, but Lynch no-sold the move, continuing the brawl up the ramp as the crowd roared. McMahon, furious about her no-selling, confronted her backstage, as detailed in her book, Becky Lynch, The Man, Not Your Average Girl. Episode 25, The No Sell. It was the Monday Night Raw right after WrestleMania, and I returned to Gorilla after my segment. What the F was that? Vince asked me. Sorry, sir? What do you mean? I had just won the historic main event of WrestleMania, and Vince was making sure I knew how little that mattered, and I better not be getting too big for my britches. What did I tell you? Vince asked, turning it on me. To go down on the punch, I answered, it dawning on me why he was so upset at me, Lynch wrote. In a 2024 Vulture interview, Lynch reflected on her experiences with McMahon, including his outburst. I had my experiences with Vince. They were all, for the most part, apart from him yelling at me at one point after WrestleMania, very good. He treated me very well and with a lot of respect. I know that that is not the experience everybody had. But also, there's so much that you have going on in the world of wrestling. It's hard to differentiate the person, all the things that they've done that we're aware of, and who you're interacting with at that moment, she said. Lynch's feud with Evans continued, with Evans challenging for the Raw Women's Championship at Money in the Bank 2019, but falling short. The two battled multiple times over the following months, with Lynch retaining her title each time. She held the championship until WrestleMania 36 in 2020, when she vacated it after announcing her pregnancy. Brock Lesnar's future in WWE after John Cena addressed. Brock Lesnar's explosive return to WWE at SummerSlam 2025, where he laid out John Cena with an F5, has set the stage for a massive clash between the two. However, another superstar is already looking past that feud, throwing down the gauntlet for the Beast. On Adam's Apple, Drew McIntyre discussed Lesnar's comeback and what it means for WWE. When asked if Lesnar is back for a one-off with Cena or a longer run, McIntyre admitted he's unsure but hyped up the inevitable Cena-Lesnar showdown and issued a bold challenge of his own. I don't know. I know him and Cena, when it happens, it's going to be a big one. I know he wants to get even with Drew McIntyre since I beat him for my first world title at WrestleMania. So, who knows, he may be chasing down Drew McIntyre next. And I welcome the Beast when I'm champion if he wants to challenge me for the title, McIntyre said. For McIntyre to face Lesnar for the WWE Championship, he'll first need to dethrone the current champion, Cody Rhodes, who won the title from Cena. Rhodes is currently absent, filming Street Fighter in Australia, and recently welcomed his second child with Brandi Rhodes. When the American Nightmare returns, McIntyre will have his sights set on reclaiming the gold, potentially setting up a blockbuster title match with Lesnar down the line.